conversation. How are you, Paulette?
I'm good. Thank
How
you
old
for
are you?
asking.
How old are
I'm
you?
27 and a half. I go on 28 in October 5th.
Okay. So what can I do for you? What question do you have?
I have got a second chance
Okay.
at love again.
Congratulations.
Um, Thank you. I It's hard for me to still talk about, but I do have a daughter. She's 6,
Okay.
and her father passed away in a motorcycle accident before she was born.
Hmm.
So, you know,
Right.
I took like 2 years of therapy and now I'm back on the dating scene. But I have found someone that I was knowing for 3 years and we just got into a relationship last month.
Okay.
And when you say about dating people on your level, my daughter's father was actually above my level. We met in college, but his family already had a business in home appraising. They appraise homes.
Uh-huh.
So he was already up there in a family business. But this guy that I'm with now, he is building towards that. He's going to school for game design.
So wait a minute.
Works as a
Your
medical
daughter's
coder
your
now.
daughter's your daughter's dad. He
Mhm.
came from an established family. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Was that an issue for you guys?
it wasn't.
Okay.
They're still in my daughter's life.
Okay.
So it wasn't. It was we were engaged, and then before we could even, I was planning a wedding. Before we could even get married, he was like taken away from me.
All right. So do you have a question that you were going to ask?
My my question was with the guy that I'm seeing now.
Uh-huh.
Um, he's a medical coder, and I am also working in finance and accounting. It's
Hmm.
kind of we're kind of like on each other level. I just wanted like a tip on how to like build
Well, does he have any
business.
children?
No, he doesn't have any children.
How long? And you say he's a friend of yours?
Yes, was friends for 3 years.
So how'd you guys start dating?
I'm being completely honest. We
Mm.
met on Tinder,
Okay.
and then we kind of just went on dates and we both liked each other. I
Hmm.
was still in the building phase from my daughter's father. So that's why it took so long for us to kind of get to where we are now. Just last year, we just been talking every day nonstop, and we just made it official this year.
Okay. And hold on. So he knows your backstory,
Yes,
and he's met your daughter.
he has.
All right. So if he already knows, if he already knows all this stuff,
Mhm.
are you asking how to make sure you don't mess it up?
Yeah, kind of. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, um, what do you guys have? There needs to be some sort of unifying vision that you guys have. You're going to work together because you have a daughter, and that entire story is what it is. But what are you going to build with him?
You say, what am I going to build with
Yeah,
him or for
does he
him?
want any children?
Not at the moment. He count my daughter as his daughter.
Okay, how old is he though?
He's 32, about to go on 33 in November.
You do realize that there's a chance that very high chance he's going to want his own children when he gets to be in a financial position to handle it, right?
Yes, and I don't mind that.
And
I
how old are
feel
you?
like it's
How old did you say
whatever
you
he
were
wants
again?
to do. Hmm.
How old did you say you were again?
I'm 27, going on 28.
All right, so he's stepping in to a daughter who lost a young girl who lost her father, an active quote unquote grandparents who would have been in laws, and a woman who said she has a second chance to love. All right, great. Sounds like he's putting on a major cape, which is
Mhm.
cool. But how's he going to win in this? Meaning, what are you willing to give or do for him? Because
Yeah,
we already know what he's going to have to do for you. He's going to have to be your husband and be her stepfather.
absolutely.
Okay. So where are you giving to him?
I feel like I'm giving to him everything because this is like pretty much I see this as the end goal, him as the end goal. So everything I got, he's gonna get it from me.
What does that mean?
That would mean like if he decides he want kids, he's gonna get another. Let's just say marriage, then that what happened, which he did say he want.
But you want
So
that too, though, right?
I do want that, yes, sir.
See, what this is where we as men, we got to do our job. I'm asking a woman what she's going to give to him and what I did as well. I
Mhm.
didn't define what I required. I didn't define what I required. I just wanted you to be attractive, have a nice body, uh, sex, and be kind of cool. That's not enough, guys. And and as men, we cannot be angry when women go off the rails because we don't have standards and boundaries and requirements. Meaning, Miss Paulette, if I said, all right, I'm gonna snap my fingers and I'll put myself in your man's position, right? And
Mhm.
I'm gonna do everything he's gonna do. And I'm saying, oh, here's what I require though.
Mhm.
I'm gonna require to have at least 3 home cooked meals a week. I'm going.
That's
I'm going. Now we just getting started.
mhm.
I'm going to require at least 3 home cooked meals a week. I'm as far as your daughter, um, her father would never be um, uh, misplaced or whatever. She can have a picture up and so forth, blah blah blah. But I'm going to have to adopt her because I'm going to have to have legal rights there. Uh-oh. Yes, no.
Yes, that's
All right,
perfectly
all right,
fine.
all right. Then I'm going to have to be able to also. I'm also going to have to be able to discipline as I see fit, without having to get you to co-sign on that. Also, we're gonna have to have regular relations. Let's see. I think that's 4 times, 3 to 4 times a week. Yeah, 3 to 4 times a week consistently. The most important thing is the child's gonna have to have parameters. She's gonna have to have a bedtime of this,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff, and just put in things like that. And also, right now I'm working, trying to get myself into a position. You're
Mhm.
27, but by the time I think I'll probably want a child by the time, maybe a kid or two. By the time I am 35. I'm also going to require you to get rid of all your male friends, beta male orbiters on social media and all that other kind of stuff. I mean, you're not working in social media, are you?
Honestly, I have a Instagram, but that's only to like talk to you. So I
Okay,
don't really have
cool.
social media.
But do you
I do
do
have a
you see
Snap, but I get on Snap to
do you
like
see what
look
I'm
at other
saying? Do
people.
you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is we have to get better at giving parameters other than just saying be cool, because there may
Absolutely.
be some things that you don't want to do or don't think that you should do, and I need to be able to tell you why they're important and then decide. Because here's the thing: in relationships, problems happen when expectations don't meet reality, and it doesn't sound like he has many expectations for you right now. Because if he did, you'd be able to tell me.
The only expectation that he have is just that I give him peace, which I do.
How do you do that?
I'm just I'm a great listener. I'm a writer. I go to
Mm-hmm.
school for creative writing. So I'm a great listener. And pretty much all my time is devoted to really taking care of my daughter and reading books and making time to see him. So
Making time to see him.
Like
So,
if something unexpected was to
mhm,
happen, maybe
mhm.
at school with my daughter, I still factor time in to see him.
Okay, here's the question I'm gonna have to ask. Um, it's gonna be hard. You ready?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
If he was your husband, who comes first? Your
He's my
daughter.
husband.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
If
interrupt. I'm
if he
sorry.
if he's your husband, who comes first? Your daughter or him?
He definitely comes first. I was raised in a Catholic household.
Okay.
Um, changed my religion to Christian. And based off the Bible, your husband comes before your children.
Well, cool. So what I'm saying is, in order to not, and I'm just trying to give you an idea of, many of us don't put down requirements. We don't have the conversations of what it is. I hear what you're saying, that you give him peace, but I would say to understand what he really needs you to do. Uh, so there's clear communication. And if you're already doing it, great. But we
Yeah.
weren't. See, here's the thing: we weren't taught how to have conversations about what we really need. We were taught to speak in the language of what we want, and wants and needs are two different things. Hold on, I'm gonna get to Erica. Hold on just a second. Erica, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Have you been on here before?
I've not, but we have talked before,
Ah,
and I prefer not to be on camera.
okay. Where do we speak?
I've booked a private session with you.
Okay, I thought you looked familiar. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've changed up a little bit since we talked, actually. But my question on your topic is, how do we make ourselves an asset to these men?
Okay.
Like if we get if we go on a date with them or they're attracted to us and they say something to us, how do we basically work ourselves into being an asset? Sometimes I wonder, am I crossing the line by asking them about business or just being intrusive? And
Well,
I know a lot of
let me ask you. Let me ask. What do you do for a living? You're not on camera, so.
okay, I am a mental health professional
What?
and a stylist.
Okay, so have you ever had to interview for a job where you had to do some background research or preparation?
Yes.
Then do that.
Okay.
See, oftentimes you ladies will come in and do this. I'll do whatever you need. I'll do whatever you need. And then you want to ask all the questions right then, when that's not how you go into a job interview. If you went to a job interview and you wanted to get the major account executive job for ABC company, and they're in telecommunications, you'd sit there and talk about the job. You talk about the company's competitors. You talk about the marketplace. You talk about some initiatives they have, some of the product offerings, and some of your thoughts on how you could help position the company to get the better outcomes that they want at their job level. Does that sound like somebody who's actually prepared, done some homework to see how they can actually hit the ground running?
Yes.
Do the same thing.
Um,
Do the same thing. Do something like that instead of going to the job interview and saying, "Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it."
okay. I agree with that.
So,
Um,
where could you find this kind of information out?
that's that's what my mind is cycling through now. And um,
LinkedIn.
okay.
Were you like? Are you thinking about a specific man?
No, in men, I would say Henrys that I've been running into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just how to make myself an asset to them.
Well, here's the thing.
And
Here's something. Here's another thing. You ladies try to date too many men.
you've said before that we should date multiple men.
I
We
said
shouldn't
too
have
many.
sex with a lot of men, but
I
we
said
should
too
be
many.
dating.
Okay. When I say I say you should date, but too many. When you focus on a man that you want to become an asset to, it requires time. Would it not take a man who wants to who wants to be an asset to you in your life? Would it not take time for him to get to know you?
Yes.
Well, then every moment he spent giving with another woman is moment he could have been spending with you, and your time is limited. Correct?
Yes.
Right. See, you guys have too much choice. So yes, I said date many men, but once you're saying that I want to be an asset to one, the presumption is you've gone out, you recognize there's something here, all right, and you want him to pick you. Yeah, I don't think you're trying to be an asset to everybody you're dating.
No.
So you got to pick. And that's why when you said that, I said, I told you ladies to date many men, right? But you can't have it all. Eventually, you're going to have to put all your money on a number on the roulette wheel and let that motherfucker ride. Y'all are
You're
terrified.
right.
Y'all are terrified to do that because you're afraid to bet wrong.
Well, I until hearing you, I hadn't even thought about these things. And so,
Okay.
yes, I've had to make some hard turns
How old are
to
you again?
change.
I didn't ask you that. Okay.
I'm 31.
Right. Um, which is kind of which I was saying in the monologue earlier. Modern women have been told, "Do you?" And at 31, there's a fair case to be made that you should be married at least 5 years by now. Married.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
so at 31, like I said earlier, if you're still dating like a woman, if you're still moving like a woman in her 20s from a mindset standpoint, 20s from a mindset standpoint, why should a man skip over the 24-year-old who's moving like a 24-year-old to get the 31-year-old who's moving like a 24-year-old? And what I just gave you was the answer. But you got to invest in a man. You got to put him as a priority.
I am willing to. And
Okay.
I have to be comfortable with that time period and just letting him unravel what it is that he needs to tell me, while also, like you said, being creative with my research.
No. Not your comfort.
No, I don't mean my comfort. Like I have to listen to him. As he's talking, he'll tell me some of the things that he needs, or I
That's when
can
you.
put
That's when you.
context.
See, no, I think you're missing the point. That's when you guys are in person. The research you do is away from him.
I said that too. I will definitely be
No,
doing.
no. What you said is I have to get comfortable letting him unravel or whatever. What does that mean?
I said in addition to the research that I do, but as we spend time together, if I just listen to him,
You
he'll
don't
tell
give.
me about his
Nope.
day to day.
That's what I think. No, you don't.
Okay.
No, absolutely right. You don't get more time. See, I need you to understand what I'm about to say. The way you're speaking is as though you just won. No, you don't get more time. You get a date. You want date two? Earn date two. Gentlemen, I have been guilty of this too. Do not give to anybody based upon your level of attraction or interest. Do or give based upon their level of investment. If she gives one, you give one. She gives two, you give two. You don't give, you making women not earn your time is a great way to get stuck in the friend zone or losing attraction. Human beings want to earn. Women want to earn. And what you're talking about, ma'am, is, well, I just need to, over time, I'll learn. How can you get that if you haven't earned his time? You got to earn his dates.
Okay.
See the difference? And you
I
earn his
agree.
dates by, okay, you're on date 1. How do you get to date 2?
You have to be FBI. Smile, be nice, show affection.
You've had date 1.
Listen.
You've had date 1, okay? We've gone out on date 1. We've gone out to Ruth Chris. We had a great time. That means if date 2 is a possible, how do you get more of my time? How do you get me to even ask you out on date 2? And that's what I'm showing you. You're presuming that date 2 is up to you. Do you not know how to get there? Or is it you really just thought that he's going to ask me out again? So I'll just sit back, wait for him to ask me out. And what I need you guys to understand is the level of entitlement of so many women today. And we've done a part of this. We gave too much power. No, you don't. You got one date. Okay? Why should the man that you're interested in want to take you out again? How do you earn that second date? Or do you feel like you should be earning dates at all?
I've had a mind shift. And yes, you have to earn these dates. And I'm learning this.
Well, and then how do you earn them? If you see, and what I'm trying to get you to understand is the way you're set up is guy takes you out for a date. He's paying for that. Then he's going to give you his non-sexual time and attention, which is valuable to us, to give you more intel, to get the benefit of going to spend more time, effort, and money on you. And then in that time, effort, and money, you're going to then at that point sit back and listen to him and then figure out how to get more time, effort, and attention? Absolutely French toast not. You wouldn't go after a job you wanted like that. You would do your research. After the date was over, oh, I thank you. It was such a great date. I would love to see you again. Da, 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 da. You ladies going to have to, this is why Friday, I'm going to have to show up. Friday is going to be the make or break for modern women. Because far too many of you ladies are lazy, entitled when it comes to dating. And this is why you end up, not you lady, not you, but so many of you end up with nothing. You don't know how to earn your way, especially the more attractive of you, because you're just so used to the world kissing your ass. And then you realize that you ain't cute and pretty is nice, but you got to earn this stuff.
So I fully agree with you. How do we make that connection?
Okay,
well, never mind. I don't even want to ask that.
Yeah, I've already answered that several times, so I'm going to answer somebody else's question.
Okay.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Well, you guys, that is the end of the video.